Healing Echoes by E.F. Williams. And guess who I have in the building today with us? The author of this wonderful masterpiece. Welcome to the family, girl. Thank you for your time.
Hey.
So we're going to jump right into it. Kind of speak to how long you've been doing this, art and authoring books and whatnot, and kind of, how you got into it first.
Well, this is my first published piece. I've been writing since I was young, but as far as being published and stepping out and publishing it, this will be my first piece. So I'm new to the journey of publishing, but the passion behind it runs pretty deep.
Okay. And that transitions into my next question, kind of what inspired you? Was it since you're a kid, you always been a writer? Did you get into it later in life? Kind of what was your journey to go from making it like a hobby and a passion and turn it into, something that we could go on Amazon and purchase and enjoy ourselves?
I've been writing, like I said, since I was a kid. It's been my way to it's my safe space. I used it to express my emotion, to detach from everything. And it started out as poetry. Like I've written poetry all my life. And then this book started off as like a little therapy session for myself. It was me finding self-healing and self-love and processing and pouring back into myself because this was my time. This is how I spent my time to focus on me. And so like when you read the book, it's a lot of me in it. It's a lot of me in it. So it's a lot of vulnerability in it. So like I said, it was my way of pouring back into myself, and that transitioned into the book. So like I said, it's a lot of broken pieces of me that I tried to do something and make something beautiful out of.
Yeah, and that's one thing I do like about this book, how you kind of get into it early and often, the importance of doing therapy, doing self-healing, because especially us as a culture, Black people, it still kind of has a negative connotation. So kind of speak to what made you make this not a point of emphasis, but it wasn't something that you shied away from in this novel, which I
I
enjoy.
get throughout the book, and as you keep reading, she goes to therapy regularly because she realized that hey, this ain't something. Sometimes our problems are bigger than ourselves. We can't fix this by ourselves, and sometimes we can't fix it going to our friends and family. Sometimes we want to be in that place where we're not judged. These people don't know us. This is a safe place for them, and they're paid and professionals that know how to deal with certain things. And so, like I say, it is shied away in our culture a lot, but it is a very helpful and useful tool for us to try to obtain. I've been to therapy before, and it's helped a lot. So, like I said, I wanted it reflected in my book to like, hey, this isn't a bad thing. You're not crazy because you're going to therapy. If anything, you're sane because you see a problem and you're trying to fix it.
Yeah, I love that kind of that mind shift and that culture fix because you mentioned to me before, but you said if you get surgery, you're going to a physical therapist. So
You're
why
going to that doctor. So
why
if
you
if
wouldn't
it's
do the
your
same?
mental that's broke or your mental that needs help, why don't you go to a therapist? Go to the person that's going to help you fix it.
Yeah, I love that. That illustration gave me just made me kind of rethink that whole kind of turned it on 180 degrees. So another question. Now I know, there's always apprehension, doubt, fear when you in a new space, and especially when you're publishing something for public consumption. So kind of what were some of the pitfalls you had to navigate while you're kind of authoring this book and then publishing it as well?
My biggest pitfall was myself pushing past the fear. Like I'm a extremely shy person, and me being vulnerable and sharing a piece with myself to the world, it's scary. So being able to push past that and write the book, not only just write it, get it out there, publish it. Because I realized, nothing grows in your comfort zone. You're gonna be stagnant forever if you stay there. So really, the biggest is getting out your own way
Hmm.
and pushing past that fear of being judged or what your peers may say. Because 9 times out of 10, your target audience isn't your friends. It'll be a random YouTuber that that will support you quicker than your friends will. So you got to get pushed past that and focus on yourself and get out that comfort zone and do the work.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. If you don't do nothing, nothing's going to change. So I like you to put the work in and you'll see some positive changes. So last question for you, because I know you're a busy lady, is what would be one piece of advice you give to somebody who's got a passion or maybe even the talent that they're hiding because they're scared of that public backlash or the friends making fun of them? What would you tell them to focus on?
I would just say just to start it. Like even if you're scared or you're nervous, just start it because there's gonna be 1,000 reasons for someone to be like, "Oh, I need to wait." Somebody might say this. Nope. Start. Take that leap of faith, because the confidence comes after that. You ain't gonna be confident at the beginning. The confidence comes after. That's something that you build. So share your products, your crafts. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. You have to show up for yourself. So and then make sure we give ourselves grace. Even small steps are progress. And we had to, everybody look at the big picture, like, oh, I'm not as famous as I want to be. Small steps lead up to those big steps. So just give yourself grace and keep going.
There you have it. There you have it. We got a legend in the building, the author of Healing Echoes. Get it on Amazon. I like it so far. I know I'm going to love finishing it up. So thank you again. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I will see you soon.
Okay.